What's up everyone, welcome back to another episode of Youjo Senki. When we last left off, then our special unit was just parachuting down after being released from a V1 rocket. So yeah, we're going to be seeing some spy type work going on, maybe some subterfuge. So something that's slightly different, or just go straight guns blazing like how most of the operations plan out. But you won't know until we get started. I want to thank everyone that has joined onto the channel recently, and also remember to go into the description, just check if there's any links that you want to follow along, because we've got a few people in the Discord now, and we're doing alright, we're having a nice little conversation. So if you want to be part of that, then hop in as well. But, in the meantime, let's watch some Youjo Senki. Okay, so we're getting naval battles for some reason. Ah, this is the Allies. So, you're hoping a lot on logical thinking there. So he's imbuing his bullets with magic. Is that so he doesn't have to spend time on it later? Well, he is on a mission, isn't he? Since his near-death experience, I'm guessing Being X has gotten somewhat into contact with him. Or is it entirely just to shut down the Devil of the Rhine? And that is his life's goal at the minute. She's come a long way since the orphanage, in quite a short span of time. But I guess having in-depth knowledge of a world outside of this one kind of helps. So, we're rejoining it. Well, they did use parachutes and no magical gear to get in silently. Silently is a bit of an overstatement. Understatement? When they got the V1 rockets. But they're using those as a diversion so they don't get spotted. In and out, hit and run tactics. Gives them less time to react to and respond. So now having a proper meeting, not just with military generals. Unnecessary strain on the economy. Mm-hmm. That's always the case, isn't it? So we are convinced that we are upon the brink of victory. 2 years down the line, we're on the brink of victory. See, that's what the problem with just speaking to what you think they want to hear. That would be disadvantageous. But that's to say that they haven't already thought about it. It's good to keep a completely clear head, even if it is just to piss off a few people. They've already cleared out. Even if it is abandoned, the fact that they destroyed it would pose a message, at least. They'll get their explanation in a second. Good. And the last squad? So 2 of the 3 targets were of importance. While you've been here pissing your pants, we've destroyed their headquarters. Or at least the ammo supply and the communications array. They're also pleased with themselves. What would they have done if the operation hadn't been a success? Or like they'd already withdrew from those areas? So they've reclaimed the ground that when the Imperials have retreated. Is that where they had laid all the explosives? You want to be in the midst of battle? He's gonna blow it preemptively, isn't he? Just give the order. Now we gotta hope that they didn't miswire it anywhere down the line. Ah, so he's a runner, is he? He didn't even get to try and smoke it. But that shockwave, nice. That's going to be felt across, well, quite a wide amount of the battlefield. Operation Lockpick, nice. Because they're opening the door to attack. Yep, because they took, because of the jamming, because they took their forces to secure the left and flank. They made the mistake what the Imperials were worried about, which is spreading too thin. I appreciated it. And in the confusion, they've wrapped around and they're going to pincer attack the main force. Clever. Cut off their retreat. If it goes well. But you know, they've got that guy on the boat, which is going to make things complicated. See, a three-pronged attack. Nice. Did they have submarines in World War One? Oh, right, because yeah, okay. So it's a unisex barracks. Yeah, I was about to ask that. I'm not sure that they would have been informed. Oh, by pulling back on one front, they can push forward on this other revolving door. Okay, I see it. But that's assuming they don't have any backup or anything, or any plans of their own. That's a good speech. No one can die until after we celebrate. You're gonna. Yeah, what exactly can they do now? You can't. You're surrounded on all flanks. Apart from heading straight out to sea, but that's where Tanya is. Oh Christ! They've got flame units. Now that is pretty historically accurate. Not in the like, how they were used and whatnot, but they all look so happy. Well, most of them. Probably because they assume victory is concluded. Coffee can be hit and miss. There was some really poor coffee out there. It's best not to think these things because you know that God is going to get involved when you start raising flags. Are they gonna be confused with enemy units? Not that dude. But I guess having someone that's kind of known, but are they all on broomsticks? Apart from the guy on skis. Don't quit on us now! See, Grants was starting to redeem himself. But at least now there has been an enemy that's managed to get through their shields. The broomstick dudes probably aren't going to pose much of a threat. It's the guy filled with vengeance. But I can see he's going to be overcome with lust for revenge. And not think clearly, not going to respond to orders. The usual. But yeah, in terms of their military maneuvers with Operation Lockpick and the Revolving Door, hitting the command center, the right flank, and drawing them in on the left is a good. You've got to have multiple avenues of attack open, because if you just going after one, then you're gonna either succeed or fail, but you're not going to gain that much ground because the enemy are going to counter attack at the same time. Why are we getting a view of their bunk room? I'm guessing this is going to be the lieutenant. Yeah. She's on the floor and still asleep. She never really seemed too phased about any of what's going on. You gotta give her that. Is he gonna become accused of something soon? So not only does she move in her sleep, but she speaks as well. Quite violently. Hopefully that isn't the end of Grants, because, well, I think he deserves a bit more. A bit more screen time and everything. I'm starting to warm to him as a character. He's like the everyman character, where most people can sympathize with like his ideals and what he's thinking. Seberovikov, sorry if I butchered that, but is the kind of comedy relief character, but this doesn't really do comedy relief, so it's a really weird placement for her. And Lieutenant Weiss is like the father figure, chain of command, doing things by the book. So yeah, Grants was, or hopefully still is, I don't know if you can hear that siren or not, but he's like the kind of a voice of reason, but also of compassion and all that. So, you know, having him killed off could mean something in more of a sense than others, or might be reading into it too much. Now that we see that the operation was a success, how much more are the Alliance gonna fight before surrendering? Or are we gonna see a complete 180 and the Imperials actually lose this war in the grand scheme of things, to follow along with like our history? We haven't seen much of Being X or the whole battle between theism and atheism, which I think is kind of a core part of the driving force behind Tanya's character. So, you know, hopefully there'll be a bit more in the coming episodes, but there's not that many left. I might have to read the manga if there isn't going to be more seasons soon. I've got so much on my plate now. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully I kind of explained things even though I don't really know what I'm talking about. If you have enjoyed, then let me know by liking the video and leaving a comment down below. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell if you want to keep up to date and actually receive your videos in your subscription box, because YouTube has clamped down somewhat since introducing it. I don't know what the algorithm is now. But yeah, if you want any or more information on anything, go down in the description. There's a bunch of links to different things. Like there's a list of everything that I've got planned to watch in the future. So see if something that you like is on that, and let me know. And yeah, hopefully you'll just join me again, because we're growing somewhat as a family here. So it's always nice to get to know all of you. If you've just been, you know, watching the videos and not commenting, just say hello. See what gets you, you know. No one's going to be an arsehole. And if they are, then they're not going to last long here, because only I get to be like that. Anyway, see you again in another episode. Have a wonderful rest of the day.